is a recipe for no-bake cereal bars that I got from Taste of Home. It's real simple. It just needs sugar, some corn syrup. I bought it at Aldi. It also asks for 40 ounces of extra crunchy peanut butter. I bought everything generic too here. It also asks for 6 cups of Cheerios, so I'm using a generic crispy Oats, which is the same thing as Cheerios, and also Aldi brand, which is Millville, but instead of Rice Krispies, 6 cups of rice cereal. It's 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of corn syrup, and you can see that you just need to cook it and stir the sugar and the corn syrup until the sugar is dissolved. Scoop out all this peanut butter. And I think from the heat of the sugar and corn syrup, it's supposed to sort of melt down this peanut butter. So in your no-bake cereal bars, you will have peanuts and the peanut butter because it's chunky, sugar, corn syrup, and the 2 cereals. I'm kind of curious how it's going to mix well. I might have to put it back on the stove because it's sort of solidifying again, the sugar and corn syrup. But it's awfully tough. It reminds me of making peanut butter cookies, mixing that with sugar when I was a kid, and I had to do it by hand. It was probably one of the baking things that I didn't like doing when I was a kid, although I loved getting my hands in the batter. I didn't have the hand power when I was a kid, and I remember my mom telling me to stand on the kitchen table, or sorry, not the kitchen table, but the kitchen chair. I put my large Pyrex bowl. My mom filled up all the ingredients for peanut butter cookies, and my job was to make sure that the sugar was blended well with the peanut butter. But I'm probably going to stick it back on the stove to melt down a little bit because I think the sugar is just kind of getting solid again. There's 6 cups of cereal. First, I'm going to put the generic brand Cheerios in here. So I do a 2-cup measuring. I'm not being real careful with it, but it's 2, 4, 6. So that's a 14-ounce box of cereal, and it used probably almost most of it. So this is like Rice Krispies or crisp rice. So you want to use 6 cups of this. So I'm going to transfer this into a Pyrex bowl. And that story I told you about when I was a kid, mixing the stuff in the Pyrex bowl, this is actually the same bowl from way back when. I don't think the directions are very good, but I just sprayed my hand with some spray so that it wouldn't stick to the peanut butter. This is much easier. I have 2 cookie sheets, pans that are ready. I'm going to put it on the pan now. I have limited space here, so hopefully you can see this. I'm putting the cereal now. I'm going to press it down. With the second batch I have, which is also cold, once you start using this and it says to cut it when it's warm, it's kind of hard for it to be warm. You have to have everything ready, all your cereal mix. I'm going to try and cut this. So the cereal is probably about, I think it was less than $3 a box. Each container of this peanut butter, I think it was about $1.89 or $2, so $4 more. This 1 container of light corn syrup, we used probably about half of it, probably $2-something. A couple of sprays of this, a few cents of that. 2 cups of sugar. Sugar's relatively cheap. So I would say we probably spent about $12 on 120 servings, and I still have extra of the corn syrup and a whole bag of sugar and cereal. I would say it's good for a snack. It's not too sweet. The cereal's still crunchy. I would drink it with some soy milk. My dog wants some, but it has sugar in it. Here comes another dog. So I probably will have to go through each one and pack it. And if I did anything, I'm not sure if I wouldn't want to wrap each one. I think that's kind of a pain. It defeats the purpose of making so many as a snack. But kind of debating about like making a ball. If I take one of these and see how easily it falls apart, again, I would spray my hands to try to keep it all in there, and then maybe make similar to Rice Krispie balls, maybe making a ball like this.